Hey, and welcome back to the Google APIs for Rust or YouTube Uploader development live stream. So we're doing the documentation improvements, and it's shaping up. Something that's obviously missing now is the result handling in our example call. So we get a result, it has a particular type, and it should just be handled. And I think it would be, good to just do that and show how to handle the result. So let's have a look at the result type first. That's the common part that gets copied all the time. So that's the hand implemented part, basically. And here we have the result type so far. I think this will be more when it's done. But for now, that's all we have, all we can say. And yeah, it should be easy enough to show how it's handled, just a match statement, right? And the way I want to do this is that we have this usage function that is able to do a lot of stuff already, like prepare output for different file types, like RustDoc on the one hand, or just simple Markdown, because it shows up in many different places. It's used in many different places, and I would like to extend it even more and say that here, where we show that to do, how to handle the result, we will actually handle the result if we should do so. And yeah, let's just be very specific. By default, it's false. Because by default, I don't really want to see that. It's just repetitive. And we only needed, we want to have it in the doc test at some point. So we should do it at least once. And this will be basically when we prepare the library example here. So this is where this will show up. And there are other places as well that use this code, but most of the stuff of the prelude, for instance, will be hidden. And the result will not be shown. Let's just show it. Oh yeah, that's full examples, really? Do I want full examples there all the time? Maybe. Okay. Method builders show full examples, apparently. Whereas the call builders do not. Well, okay, I thought I broke something. Broke in the sense that the Markdown looks different now, but I guess I'm fine. Nonetheless, let's handle the result here. And handle result should be true only if it's coming from the lib. So that's this call, mbuild usage. Handle result is true because that is called in all the right places. And I wonder, that's the complete example here. And we also show it in the main library. But there we don't do anything special, I suppose. So yeah. There we do not handle the result. Question is, would I want that? Let's see. How's that looking right now? That looks like a complete example. I'm not sure if I want that. Let's redo this. Might be an older one anyway. Let's rebuild. Okay. That's how it looks like. Fine. It's quite a complete example, and it seems that maybe this even was intended to have a complete example, because I don't want to be too repetitive. So we have a complete example here, a complete example, that's what it says, with everything. And then we have it in the hub as well. Yeah. I think I'm okay with doing that. Hand result. True. Show all. Show all is false. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong one. Usage. Yeah, well, actually it doesn't have a choice right now. Fine, good. That was intended, then this was intended. So all I have to do is pass it on and result is true. Not worry about anything and implement this. All right, so here we do get the result. Let result be something, and then we just wrap it into a if handle result clause and shall do a match on it, huh? Match result. What can it be? It can be, yeah, I just do a simple match here, not more. It's, oh, I think I have a variable for the result type, do I? Actually I don't. Well, I should, shouldn't I? Somewhere I must specify the result type. And the somewhere must be here. Okay, here that's the R type. That's where it's kind of hard-coded. Unless it's that. Oh yeah, that's actually going to be interesting because it's a type 1. Well, type inference should still work for me. I just shouldn't have to specify the type. So yeah, it's hard-coded here, and we'll keep hard-coding it because that's kind of the only place where it shows up. If I should change the name, which I do not intend, I will have to fix it up in this one. Okay, so in theory, it's common results, and then it could be HTTP error. HTTP error with an error, and maybe I just print line everything. Yeah, I can consume it, it's fine. Why not? Let's just use it. I don't care. Was this the syntax? Let's get some help. Yes, it was. See, I never do this manually. Oh, phone call. All right, I'm back, and back with just printing the values here. I print and that should be because nothing more is to be done. The cool thing is, even though I hard code this here, whenever it doesn't work anymore, the compiler will tell me because these are unit tested here. Because they're part of the hub, and that's where the tests definitely run. And I think they also run for the crate tests, so that's all good. Field clash. Yeah, I think I'm unpacking this here, so I might want to say that HTTP error, field clash, and the individual the documentation here kind of tells you more anyway. So let's unpack that. Yeah, if considering I'm just printing it here, I could as well just print the result, which kind of should give me something similar. But hey, you know, for the purpose of this demonstration, I will just print away. And that's the success type with the value, whatever that is. And that probably is, that's subject to change because there are many different ways this can be handled. I don't know yet. Result value is can be a bit more explicit. Clashed field, and the result value is this. So in theory, that should be no nonsense. Let's do the doc test. The documentation generation. So the parsing works. The syntax is all right. Oh yeah, that's the drive to docs here. README. Okay, so here it is. And here it is. And maybe I want to have a space here. Like that. And let's run the tests. Cargo args test. It should work. But it doesn't. Good. Failed to resolve. Use of undeclared type of module. Common result. Really? Okay. I have a few uses here. If media params, if... So I only need this if I'm actually using it, and I try to put in as only the required lines. If handle result, then yeah, it's an integration test, so everything that needs to be imported has to go here. Should I hide it or not? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, these hidden things, if they show up in the markdown, it looks a bit weird anyway. So I might just decide not to hide anything. But for now, use common. That should work. Let's see. Okay. Unresolved import. Common. Oh, sorry. It's actually, it's this now. It's library name, request value, and now it's library name result. That's the thing. See, good to have integration tests. Kind of shows you what happens on the end user side, and this is what would happen. Oh, if keyword not matched by end if. Really? Did I mess this up? Yeah, I definitely messed this up. To the point where I hardly understand what's going on. Use common. If handle result. Why did I delete this? I didn't even notice that I deleted it. Well, good. With a little bit of luck, not yet. Unresolved import, translate to result. There is no result in translate to. Interesting. I think I use pub common here. Yeah, and this is not pub anymore because I had name clashes, and I don't like it so much that people now have to crawl into the common space just to get the result type. This is annoying, so I'd rather import these and make them not clash anymore. Yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to pursue. But it's also taking a long time to find these clashes. Or is it? No, I think that will be handled by the doc compilation already. So it doesn't take that long to find the clash. Yeah, because I think I should rename these if they clash and then just pub import them, because that is annoying. That I don't want that. I wouldn't want that. No. No. So for now I have to reach in there and get result out. Oh, debug is not implemented for detection list response. Good. And that's a schema. And how do I handle the derived traits? Okay, so I have a few ones. I think for the sake of the people, I should have debug, and this, I don't know if it implies display. Or not? Let's see. Cool. Now it works. I think people will be happy having this. Can I just not print it the normal way? Because that should work as well. So what if, just for the fun of it, I just print this success value like that? Does that work? Or does it need another trait for this? Ha! See? It cannot be formatted with the default formatter. Try using instead if you're using a format string. The default formatter, it wants to have display, right? Or show. I always forget. Let's say I'm confused because this changed name and I'm not sure what they are on right now. Is it display? Path, display, format display. Can I derive from that? Automatically? Can be semantically expressed as a string. I think that's not auto implementable, huh? But the reference should tell me more. Derive. Default debug. Copy debug. Okay. Yes, I can provide debug. I could possibly implement it myself to have a display, but no. So not. Yeah, I guess that's the best I can do then. And I'm happily doing that. Good. So that works. Let's do all APIs. I'm going quite crazy on him, but hey, why not? That works. Cool. So how does that look like actually? And yeah, the drive docs, because they're a bit bigger, I shall build them in the meanwhile. And here we go. There's the result handling. And this will just be extended whenever the result changes, and I have a full test and a full example from start to end. That seems like something useful. So drive should be built any second now. That's one of the bigger ones, by the way. It's not the biggest, but one of the bigger, nicer ones with many resources and methods and things to do. So let's have a look. Yeah, looks good. I think in the next video I will fill in these details. Maybe I don't make it. Yeah, I shall make a video because it helps me to paraphrase, and maybe that makes things better. Good. So thanks for watching and see you next time.